boy striving to be the most dominant ever, the hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments, cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him, cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Flowers going to go in motion right. Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. They'll run with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down 2 minutes. And now the rookie's free. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Colts at 9-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Gay's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Colt defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On 1st and 10, Hooker. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just stuck out there, and he just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 3rd down, Hooker. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Hooker's pass intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. Being chased out left. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Flush to his right. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
On 2nd down, Hooker. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Hooker. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off play action. Richardson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zay Flowers, 71 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. A rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Hooker. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Hooker now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they started some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
3rd down. Hooker looks to throw it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Following the fumble recovery, Richardson. And his throw is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Hooker now off play action. Here's Freiermuth again. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Here we go.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. Eluding the pressure right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. And now they're in the hurry up. Richards into the air on first down. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the round is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Looking to throw, Hooker. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Hooker on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Hooker. He'll get this off to Swift. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so...
Oh, wide open, complete, touchdown! Devontae Smith, 76 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 24.
Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get...
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts have opened the lead up to 3. Extra point by Gay is open good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Hooker to throw it. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Hooker going to try and throw for it. batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
18, Pioneers. 19 Titans. 19 Titans. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Dragons 60. 19 Lions. Ready.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And Gay knocks this one through. So the starting field position is terrific following a surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Hooker's going to throw it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 7. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 77 yards on the ground here for Swift, and he's got a 1st down as well. Here's Hooker. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds downs, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Hooker completes this one to Pickens. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Finding Pickens for another catch. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
18 Rattler.
On 1st down, Richardson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Richardson working from the gun. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action. Here's Hooker. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Hooker going to change things up a bit. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll go for it. Hooker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Steelers first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Hooker now off play action. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Throwing. Hooker. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Smith. So the completion results there at 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. It's complete. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage, and the try for 2 is going to come up empty. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This is caught. And he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have, where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Hooker now on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.